It's Ezekiel Elliott. It's what I told Skip Bayless. I've been trying to tell Skip Alex for the last 15 months that this train, the Dallas Cowboy trains, it runs by the conductor, which is one Ezekiel Elliott, not Dak Prescott. But Skip Bayless didn't want to hear me. I'm a hater. You just hate all things Cowboys. You're hating on Dak. But now you're getting to see what Shannon Sharpe and many others have been telling you all along, Skip Bayless. What Ezekiel Elliott allows you to do. He allows you to possess the football, which controls the clock, which keeps the poorest of your units off the field for a significant amount of time, which is your defense. Skip, you know your defense didn't force a punt yesterday? We'll get to that later. Also, what it does.
By the way, thank you for making my case. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it also what's making your case is that when they ask Dak Prescott, Dak, we can't run it today. Deliver us from evil. He cannot. He will not. Because this is what we know over the last 3 ball games without one Zeke Elliott. Do you know, Skip, his passer rating is 40 points lower without Zeke as opposed to with Zeke? Now, his first game in Atlanta, his QBR, you love QBR. Alex, in case you didn't know, QBR is a stat they measure from 0 to 100. So 50 is very good. He's played 3 games without one Ezekiel Elliott. He had a 41 against Atlanta. 50 is average, so 41 is is below average. He said, no, I can do worse than that. I can do better than the one in Atlanta. He went 11.5, which is way, way, way north of average. And then he topped that up on Thanksgiving. People sitting around. Do you know how many people watched that game and couldn't enjoy their Thanksgiving meal? Sick all night long. 14.2. You know what? I think he's getting the hang of this thing that's turning this ball over because he's starting to do it with greater regularity. Here's a guy that he doesn't turn the ball over. Carson Wentz turns it over. He throws his completion percentage. I keep telling you, Skip Bayless, at one point in time, you know what? You like a lot of other people say Shannon Sharpe, he does a whole lot of talking, but don't nobody say Shannon Sharpe don't know what the hell he's talking about. Yeah, you all that you want to. He's Skip. Dak, hold on. Dak.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn just yet. Skip, I've only been going. Skip, only been going.
You actually timing how long you're
2 minutes, 38, 39, 40.
Skip. Lord have mercy.
In 3 games without Zeke, Dak Prescott has 500 passing yards, 0 TDs, 8 turnovers, 5 INTs, 3 fumbles. Skip, do you know he's the first quarterback in a long, long time to go multiple games with 0 touchdowns and multiple turnovers? Ryan Leaf played for the Cowboys. He never did that. Kellen Moore, Quincy Carter, Anthony Wright, Chad Henson. Do you want me to go, Hutchinson? Do you want me to go on, Skip? Drew Henson, excuse me. Do you want me to go on? This is what you're talking about. Now, you just said a couple of weeks ago, you hate to say this, but it's a blessing in disguise that Zeke Elliott got suspended because Dak is going to shut up all his haters, mainly you, Shannon Sharpe. All I said was, Skip, after this, we're going to have either no more questions to be asked or we're going to have a lot more to ask. And I think after these 3 games, there are more questions left unanswered than he's been answered.
Okay. You finished?
You go ahead, Skip.
My turn. You have had your time now. Now for the truth of what happened yesterday, because I don't have any props. I don't have any shtick. I just have the truth. Truth number 1, I picked the Los Angeles Chargers to win the AFC West, did I not? And they're looking a whole lot like a team that is becoming the biggest threat in the AFC to the New England Patriots. They have the best pass rush in pro football. Am I right about that, Mr. Hall of Famer? Right about that? They have the hottest veteran quarterback in pro football at this moment. Am I right about Phillip Rivers? They have a top 5 receiver who's threatening to become a top 1 receiver in Keenan Allen. You've been checking him out lately?
Is he better than Dez?
Yeah, way better than Dez. Like Dez isn't even in his dust right now. And they also have over there at cornerback a guy who might just be the best cornerback in all of pro football, and Casey Hayward, who actually went to Vanderbilt University, which you say never produces any football players, right?
Yep.
Casey Hayward, best cornerback in football. Now to what's wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. obviously they miss Ezekiel Elliott. I have been trying to tell you for 2 years he's the best running back in football, though there were times last year when I think you ranked him as low as 4th best running back.
No,
Remember that?
I said he was 2nd best.
Oh, please. You had days when you had him 3rd or 4th down the list. But it's okay. I'm saying he's the 1st best, and I'm saying they obviously miss him. But they don't miss him nearly as much as they miss Sean Lee. I'm not second guessing this. I'm not 3rd or 4th guessing this. I first guessed it. I told you months ago this defense was built solely around that inside linebacker, Sean Lee. He is the sun to all the planets that circle around him. And with no Sean Lee, they have no hope. So I'm not trying to 2020 hindsight this. I told you this going in, did I not, Shannon Sharpe? So let's look at what's happened in the 5 games without Sean Lee in the middle of that defense. 5 games, they have been right there at halftime, either winning the game or barely losing the game, because remember, the 5 games are Rams, Packers, Falcons, Eagles, Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Rams, they were up 8 at halftime. Packers up 9 at halftime. Falcons trailing only 3 at halftime. Eagles up 2 at halftime, and yesterday trailing by only 3 at halftime. Would you say they were right there at halftime each time?
Right there.
Guess what the combined score of all those 5 second halves is now with no Sean Lee?
What is it?
Opponents 114, Cowboys 22. Let that compute for a second. The second half scores, no Sean Lee, 5 games. It's 114 for the opponents and 22 for Dallas. What does that tell you about the Dallas defense in the second half of those games? It is an abject disaster. I have been humiliated. I have been annihilated in the second half with no Sean Lee. What happened on the first 3 possessions of the second half yesterday? Help me out, Mr. Hall of Famer. What happened? Boom, boom, boom happened. Am I right?
How you asking?
Did Phillip Rivers just go boom, boom, boom? 3 straight touchdowns with 3 straight possessions?
Alex, did he ask me a question? He won't let me. What happened, Mr. Hall of Famer? And then you chime in. You gonna let me answer?
It was rhetorical.
Oh, okay.
It's my turn. So what happened on the 3rd quote-unquote touchdown drive? Keenan Allen takes just a pretty short pass. Could we see this one, the Keenan Allen play? And we're seeing.
Oh, walk it to him.
Oh, that was another throw. Here we go. Here's Keenan Allen.
Oh, my.
Let's see.
Outright.
Missed.
Whoa.
Missed.
Whoa.
Missed. I'm going to conservatively say there were 4 missed tackles on the play. And what happened against the Eagles in the second half? What did Jay Ajayi say in the second half happened?
What?
The Dallas defense quit. Yeah. And yesterday, I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to say that without Sean Lee, they once again, right on schedule, lost heart and they gave up. So all of a sudden, it's 22-6. Well, think of what poor Dak Prescott is up against at that point.
Oh, poor Dak!
Who's got the best pass rush in football? The Chargers. Now you're up against 22-6. So what happened? Let's go back. Let's put Dak in perspective.
Oh, yeah, put it.
Mr. Hall of Famer.
Yes.
What happened in the first half? What was the Cowboys' MO? What did they try to do? They came out running 2 or 3 tight ends, and they tried to, quote unquote, pound the ball with one Alfred Morris, who is no Zeke. He's okay, but he's no Zeke. And you know what they did? Jason Garrett, who I've been on record, I don't love him as the head coach of this team. As long as the planets are aligned and Sean Lee is there and Zeke is there, Jason can kind of slap everybody on the butt, and it kind of keeps purring right along. And they won 11 straight games with Jason Garrett as the head coach last year. But when there's any problem going on and you need Jason Garrett to be bold, to be assertive, to be creative, to play to win instead of not to lose, good luck. So he played not to lose in the first half, and they just tried to play a pathetic game of keep away and not let Dak throw it very much in the first half. He threw it 10 times. He completed 9 of them for a grand total of 46 yards. I mean, that's just, seriously?
So
46 yards in the first half, 46 yards passing.
He got that C on his chest. Captain check down.
Okay. So what happened? At halftime, just because Nick Novak got hurt, it's only 3-0. It should have been, 9 to, it probably should have been
way more.
16-0.
Yeah.
Probably should have been over at halftime.
Yes.
But it was not over at halftime.
But it was. They had to just play the second half. But game was over.
So, again, Phillip Rivers, unfortunately, got the second half kickoff and went boom, 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 touchdown. And all of a sudden, 3-0, they missed the extra point. So it goes to 9-0. And then, right on schedule, they have to throw the football. And what happened? Dak Prescott actually looked really good running the no huddle. They start going fast, and he starts going bing, 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 and he starts throwing it up the field. And all of a sudden, it's 16-6, and they went for 2, and it was his first bad throw of the day. He threw it a little high to Terrence Williams. And then here they come again. And even after 22-6, boom, 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 he hits Terrence Williams for 38, and all of a sudden, they're in business down 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And here's the play of the day. You brought him up. Throw up the X, as in just throw up, because I just about threw up all day yesterday. That's what I did.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
I couldn't even eat my Thanksgiving. I saved it until after, and I said on Facebook Live last, I can't even eat. Ernestine had it all spread out last night, and I said, I'm sorry, I lost my appetite, because we didn't lose the game. We got annihilated.
What?
Okay, so what happened on this play? To Dez Bryant,
what happened?
Here it is, on Casey Hayward.
What happened?
Tell me this isn't a nice throw from Dak Prescott. You gotta catch that. If you're, what did he get? 50 million guaranteed? Is this what? You gotta catch that.
But look at his hands, Skip. Look at his hands.
Crossed.
His hands are crossed.
He threw up the
Yes.
X. I don't care. Listen, Casey Hayward is really good, but if you're that guy, if you're one of the top-paid receivers, Shannon Sharpe goes up and snatches that and puts it in his back pocket, and guess what the score would have been? All of a sudden, you go for 2 and make it, and it's 22-14. It's back to a 1-score game.
Yeah.
So that's it, make or break. And now Dak's like, yeah, man, I don't know what I got. And he gets more desperate, and 3 plays later, he rolls out to his left and tries to throw a jump pass to Cole Beasley as they tries to force feed him, and some rookie from Iowa picks it off and goes the other way. 90 yards the other way. Game over, 28-6.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.